I was watching a Desire to Lift video, and he had a question regarding pre-workouts. If any of us had any crazy experiences with pre-workouts. And I've taken a few pre-workouts lately. I'm not a pre-workout expert. Won a few on a challenge. I believe it was the Quest for Fit LT Rob challenge, coming in like third place. So I've dabbled in a few of these pre-workouts, and you definitely feel a little stimulation. Truth be told, I'm a coffee drinker. I think some of these pre-workouts are marketed towards younger people. It's kind of like the same thing as these energy drinks, and I don't know why people drink those energy drinks with alcohol when they go out at night, but I guess that's been a trend for about 10, 15 years. But speaking about 15 years ago, 17 years ago, you'd go in the gym, and they didn't have anything that was like called a pre-workout, but they had these bottled drinks called like Ripped Fuel and Fat Burn Fuel. I think Twin Lab was making a few. There were some other companies in on the mix, and everybody was drinking them. And like, not everybody was ripped that was drinking these fuels. And whether or not they actually burn fat off you, you had this illusion that you'd be like, you know, you'd have six-pack abs after the workout, but that wasn't going to be happening. But what you were getting when you took these drinks, when you drank them, was this fight or flight feeling would overcome you. You'd be in the locker room, and all of a sudden you'd have like that kind of sweatiness, that kind of like slightly itchy skin, that feeling in your head like if your boss asked you to come to his office on a Friday afternoon at like 3 o'clock when your company was in the process of laying off a few people. Or, you know, maybe like the bully at school, you know, confronts you and says, you know, you're going to meet up after school. Something's going to go down. And I was like that kind of feeling. So like you walked out onto the gym floor with like sweat, and like sometimes you had to go to the bathroom again, and your heart was like, you know, your heart was up around the 100s, and you just like get kind of nervous. It was kind of nerve-wracking. And when you have that feeling, you can either go one way or the other. You can kind of channel it and just say, ooh, I'm going to use this energy, or it can kind of burn you out. And I remember when I was taking this stuff thinking, man, there's something in here that just doesn't feel quite legal. And whether, you know, drugs or certain medications should be legal or illegal, you know, varying opinions on different things. But what was in these drinks was eventually made illegal. It was called Ephedra. And Ephedra was made illegal in 2006. There were some deaths from Ephedra or related to Ephedra. There was a football player named Corey Stringer who died on the practice field trying to make weight. Or not make weight, but he came in at like 380 pounds or 370 pounds in the summer, and that was just a little too heavy to be playing offensive lineman, although there are some that play at that weight. But yeah, he was trying to lose some weight, and he died on the practice field, and they found Ephedra in his system. Something similar happened with a baseball player, and I don't know if there were any incidences in the general public, but that was enough to create a kind of a media controversy around this stuff. And eventually Ephedra was made illegal in 2005 and 2006. But truth be told, all these products that are out now, still trying to shoot for that same kind of thing. These pre-workouts, these little amp up on the energy level kind of products. And whether or not that's a good thing or not, you know, I would just say that, you know, I didn't really like the stuff over the long term. It was kind of interesting for a little bit, but I didn't feel like blowing $250, you know, a workout, or I wasn't going to buy a bottle of this stuff. And who knows what the long-term effects were. Some of the pre-workouts I've taken recently, I don't know. You know, you take them, you feel a little bit, just a slight little bit of what the old fat burn fuel felt like when you drank it. But, you know, I don't notice any real adverse effects. But, you know, it just goes to show you, whatever you're taking, you know, these supplements, they're always looking for something new, something edgy, something that like 18 to 25 or 29 or whatever age, young guys, they like to do these things. They like that feeling like, you know, they're they're doing some kind of performance enhancing thing, and if it's legal, they don't feel too bad about it. So there's all these products, but you never know. You know, some of these products, they're out on the market after a period of time, they end up being illegal, and that's what happened to Ephedra. You know, it took a few incidences. I stick with coffee. Coffee's been around for many, many years, and you know, just have a couple cups of that, and that's good for me nowadays. Catch you later.